Alright guys, welcome. It is Tuesday night, and welcome to a all-new, all-different House of Strikes. As you can see, we're trying out a new format. My name is Mutant XP, and with me, coming from wherever he lives, is Nika KO. Say hi to the stream monsters, Lloyd.
Hello, guys.
So, we're going to try out a new format where we're going to be Skyping and broadcasting the show. It's a little too difficult to do all this live, and so we figured if we did it this way, we could broadcast a lot more frequently. And then again, our apologies. Excuse me, Frankie isn't here because he doesn't have a webcam yet, but hopefully he'll get one, and he can join in on the fun. But for now, for this pilot test episode, you're stuck with me, and if you're in the chat, please let us know. Well, they're always going to be stuck with you. And so, if you're on the chat, please let us know how it sounds. Please let us know how it looks. And I hope you enjoy the show. Did you want to say anything before we get started, Lloyd?
Well, first things first, the point of this show, if you guys haven't noticed, I mean, we have the categories there. But obviously, the show that we're going to be doing today is going to be covering NEC 16. But not only just that, we're going to be covering Third Strike Fight Club, the top 5 moments that we've had, and also going over the events that are coming up for Third Strike Fight Club this weekend at NEC 16. So if you guys have any questions about it, you can let us know. If you have any concerns about it, we'll guide you through what's going down this weekend. So yeah, I mean, I guess we should just jump into it then.
Well, before we jump into it, since this is a fighting game stream, I guess we should say something about Capcom Cup.
Well, I mean, Kazunoko fucking destroyed everybody. I mean, I don't remember if there was any matches that were close, but I mean, aside from what I saw from him, I mean, everybody else played pretty much as if it was another tournament for them.
What's funny? I think Kazunoko, was he the only one that wasn't sponsored in that tournament, or were there other players that weren't sponsored?
I think that Brazilian player, Keoma, I don't think he was sponsored either.
But the fact that a non-sponsored player won Capcom Cup?
Like 128,000, I think it was. And like if you think about it like that, normally if it was a sponsor, he would probably have to give a portion of that away. But now, since he's not sponsored anymore, he's very fortunate. I wouldn't be surprised if he got married next.
I guess not being sponsored keeps you hungry, maybe.
Pretty much.
Well, anyway, congratulations to Kazunoko, and Daigo's so beastly.
Yeah, I mean...
Did you see that round against Infiltration? Wow.
Which one?
Forget the Wong factor.
Oh, the comeback? Oh my god.
That was like all of the Wong factors
put
combined into one. That was an amazing round. I don't know. Either Daigo was godlike or Infiltration was stupid.
It's probably a combination of both if he put himself in that position.
Like way too much credit given.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, he has no life left, and he's gonna come up with something dramatic. So he could have just did that spike shit. I don't know what that is. But yeah, he didn't do it.
So we're gonna play 5, right, Lloyd?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm definitely gonna play it. I mean, I'm not sure what console, how I'm gonna play, whether it be on PC or PS4, but everybody wants to be a top player now. So as soon as Capcom Cup ended, everybody was like, oh my god, how everybody is when a new game comes out. So
yeah, who's your character gonna be?
I haven't decided that yet.
No, I'm using Dalsum for sure. He
What
looks
about
amazing, dude. He looks so godlike. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm worried about Yuri in Street Fighter V. He's so dependent on the Third Strike engine to be good. I mean, look what happened to him when they put him in Capcom Fighting Jam.
Yeah.
He became Urine, not Urian.
But at the same time, if you look at other characters that were good in Third Strike that went to the new generation games, they were actually pretty good.
Yeah, but they were good for different reasons, though. For example, Yun, right? Yun. His strength is really turtling in Third Strike, right? Turtling, building meter, getting Ganation. But in Ultra, it's he's just constant pressure, Elena, right? You can't really turtle with Elena. Healing's ass in Third Strike. You know,
Yeah,
at least not like godlike like in 4.
like
You know?
yeah, I mean
So
that's
the characters get transformed completely, you know, based on the engine. So
I feel like the newer generation games like they they cater towards like one aspect of their previous game. So I mean for Yun, I mean you can say that he was like defensive, but we both know that there are Yuns out there that can just fucking go in on you like that.
yeah.
You know, like no matter what type of style they play, they're
Hmm.
always gonna have to go in to get that type of damage. And with
All
Elena,
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Hmm.
okay if you want to interrupt me. But,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say something about Elena, but yeah.
no, well, Elena is just one matchup though, so that's kind of a different story. You know,
Hmm.
it's just
Yeah.
that Hugo matchup where she needs healing, and other than that, that's pretty much it. So,
And I actually thought Mago might have gotten further. I don't know.
I mean, he chose Yang, so that's a tough character to
Yeah.
get far with. So,
All right, guys. So I'm starting to break into hives, so that probably means we have to talk about Third Strike now. So let's get to our first topic. So as all of you should know, this Friday is NEC 16,
Mhm.
and we are looking forward to being there in full force. Again, this is going to be the 1-year anniversary of 3S Fight Club. It all started in NEC 15. We didn't even stream. We just people just recorded videos off their phones.
yeah,
And then we started me and Lloyd started thinking, maybe we should like make this like a
More legit.
a regular thing.
yeah.
And it's just amazing to see how far we've come in a year. You know?
I mean, just from we went from recording, not even just recording Fight Club. That actually wasn't even an actual tournament. That was just
Mhm.
like us going to NEC just for regular exhibition matches. Now
Mhm.
and then going towards the next tournament where we actually managed to get to next level and get all
Mhm.
the quality for the stream.
Mhm.
To transition from that to getting the Japanese players to come. That's a big transition that I definitely won't forget that type of change.
Mhm.
So we definitely want to show our appreciation to everybody who supported us, everybody who supports the game, and without you guys we probably wouldn't even been able to get any of these players out. So
Mhm.
we want to show our appreciation by keep on supporting Third Strike. So
Yeah. And so enough about the past. Let's look towards the future. So
Mhm.
remember NEC 16 this Friday, and all 3 days we're gonna have a lot of Third Strike action. Excuse me. So I wanted to recap this during the actual video, but on Friday, remember that on Friday we are going to on Friday we're going to have 2 events catered specifically to entry-level Third Strike players. The first event is gonna be the New Blood Battle Royal, and for those of you who haven't seen a previous Fight Club, basically the New Blood Battle Royal is a event where entry-level players play one another. It's one game, winner stays, and the playing order is drawn completely random, and the last man standing wins. The last man standing wins the pot. This year at NEC, we're going to set the cap at 30 players. So for those of you who are watching this and who are planning to go to NEC, you can make a lot of money
You could.
for the smallest amount of work for the New Blood Battle Royal. Because basically, okay, again, it's arcade style, right? It's arcade
This is for
style.
all you guys who are new too. I mean, we know that there are a bunch of players out there who aren't too familiar with the New Blood Battle Royale, and who are coming to NEC for the first time for Third Strike, and
Mhm.
you want to check out what we're giving you guys. We're giving you guys a lot.
Mhm.
So, you know, alongside the fact that it's a 30-player cap, as you said, it's one game each.
Yeah,
But
it's one game. Okay, winner stays. The playing order is drawn at completely random. So let me run through some different scenarios. Okay, so depending on where you fall, you may have to, run the gauntlet. Like if you get drawn first, then tough shit. Oh well, that's the way it is. And you'd have to beat 29 other guys to win the entire pot. Or you could draw number 30, okay, win one game, and this year at NEC, not only are you going to win the pot, and so it's $3 entry. I forgot to mention that. So it's 30 people. Okay, so let's just say 30 people enter the New Blood Battle Royal. $3 a pot, $90. Plus, we're throwing on top of that pot $30 more and a free Dirt Strike Fight Club t-shirt. So, depending on where you draw, the best case scenario, you may be able to win $120 by winning just one match. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, you have to, play 29 matches to win the pot. And so, I think, for those of you who are curious about Dirt Strike, who aren't too familiar with the game, but, obviously Dirt Strike has had a long history in the fighting game community. Some of the most memorable moments in our sport, if we could call it, our sport, have to do with Dirt Strike. And I'm not even going to mention those moments because everyone knows what they are. And so NEC on Friday is a really great opportunity to get your feet wet and try Third Strike. It's just $3, right? What do you got to lose except, a little time and maybe stick around. A little pride, but hey, everyone's and everyone's on this, relatively the same level. And so if you're planning to go NEC and you're not a Third Strike regular, if you don't regularly enter Third Strike tournaments, we encourage you to go to Tony Major's arcade room. Shout outs to Tony Majors. Without him, Fight Club won't even exist because we only want to play on arcade, on head-to-heads.
On a cabinet, yeah.
And so, if you're planning to go to NEC and you're going to be there on Friday, sign-ups at 5 p.m. at the arcade room. Come enter the New Blood Battle Royal and see how you do. It's going to be streamed. And so, it's your opportunity to get some shine. But that's not the only entry-level event, right, Lloyd? There's a second event.
Nope. We're also going to be having... I guess this is kind of like a shot at Star Wars. Or not a shot, but like, a little tribute to Star Wars. We're going to be having a 3-on-3 apprentice tournament.
Padawan
tournament. Or
Padawan tournament.
Apprentice, Padawan, whatever you want to call it. Fucking youngling team tournament. So obviously with the idea of apprentices in mind, the idea of it is that there's going to be at least up to 15 captains, and those captains, with the idea of the New Blood Battle Royale right before it, we want to encourage you guys to join us so that way for the team tournament, those captains will be able to draft you guys onto their teams, and that way you guys will also not only be able to have a shot at another pot, you will also be able to get more, get a chance to play in a tournament, in a high tournament tournament format where you get to not only just get knowledge from the higher level players, but also get that tournament experience. So aside from that, we definitely encourage you guys to join the New Blood Battle Royale, but also if you're not able to join it, we do also encourage you to join the team tournament as well. So that way, everybody can get that chance, everybody can get that shot. So
again, just to recap the rules for the 3-on-3 Padawan / apprentice tournament. So everyone who enters the Battle Royal, and even if you didn't enter the Battle Royal and you're an entry-level player, you can still come and enter the team tournament. So basically what's going to happen is all of the entry-level players are going to be put in a pool, and we're going to have Third Strike veterans, Third Strike regulars serve as captains. And each captain is going to draft 2 entry-level players onto their team. Now the draft order is going to be determined by skill. So like the weakest captain is going to draft his teammates first, and then the strongest captain, Lloyd, is going to pick last, just to kind of even the playing field. Also remember, in the team tournament, captains must anchor.
That's another rule too.
So,
it would kind of
captains
suck
must anchor.
It would kind of suck if you had the captain going first and just eliminating everybody. Yeah.
So sorry, Ahmed, you can't do that. And also, I don't think we even thought about this, Lloyd. But is it going to be character lock? Is it going to be like no multiple characters? I think we shouldn't. I think we shouldn't make it that way. I think everyone should be able to use who they use.
Yeah. Because
Because I know Ken and Black was really hype about an all Dudley team.
I mean, there's that, and also the fact that some people, their captains might be able to be using their characters, but we want everybody to get a chance to play in the team tournament, so we don't really want any restrictions against that. And it's not like they're gonna have like 3 higher level chuns on one team. I mean, this team tournament is specifically catered towards the newer players, the less experienced players, so that way, that way we shouldn't be having any restrictions like that. So, with that in mind, I mean, there are a couple ways we can go about it. I mean,
I think we should just let everyone use who they want to use.
yeah, I mean, but not only that, there are also some people who tend to go to different characters, like have like multiple characters under one, under themselves, and they have one idea in Japan where after each match between one team, the next match they get to pick a different character. So say if the team plays your team, I would pick Yang, but then the next round I can pick a different character.
I see.
I wouldn't have to, like, say if I was playing Ahmed's team next, I could change my character from there. So it could be something like that, but for the sake of like just simplicity's sake, I mean, we can just keep it as no character lock and just make sure that everybody picks their shit. So.
And so remember, it's 3v3, one series, so one game, double elimination. And the entry fee for the team tournament is also $3 a player. So again, Friday is exclusively catered to entry-level players. Obviously, we're doing this to try to infuse new life into Third Strike. With the advent of Street Fighter V, Third Strike just gets older and older, but it doesn't mean it gets any worse. It's still, in our estimation, the best fighting game ever made. A lot of people share that opinion, and we're not bashful to share that opinion with all of you as well. So, with that said, we also have some other things going on at NEC. We have the singles tournament, which almost seems like an afterthought. Especially because a lot of Third Strike players that were going to go aren't going to be able to go, and we'll get to that later on. But then we also have the fight card. We also have Fight Club, which is, and again, remember, singles is from 12 to 4, 5-ish, up until top 8, and then top 8 singles will be on Sunday, basically from 11 to 12 to 1 or 2. And then we're going to have Fight Club, the exhibition, quote-unquote, money matches on Saturday night. And so, with that said, that brings us to our first question, I guess, which is, what are we looking forward to the most at NEC? So what, you want to go first, Lloyd? What are you looking forward to the most?
I mean, hands down, I mean, the singles part aside, I'm definitely looking forward to, it's probably an obvious choice, but the New Blood, not so much the New Blood Battle Royale, but the Apprentice Team Tournament, because this is actually the first time we've ever done anything like this. I mean, I've never heard of this being done in any American tournament, as far as I know. At least on the East Coast. I mean, I don't know if anybody has done this in the past, but to this magnitude where everything is streamed, where, the quality of players is higher, things like that, you never really seen this much. So it's definitely giving everybody a chance to show what they can do and, maybe expand their knowledge of Third Strike. So, I mean, it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to, especially with the variation of teams that are going to happen. So I'm definitely looking forward to my team. That's for sure.
Well, let's not mince words here. I mean, I think the most potentially exciting part about the Apprentice tournament are the upsets.
There's that too.
Because there might be some new bloods that take some games off some veteran players. And obviously we have a lot at stake. It's funny because I'm almost looking forward, like the thing I'm almost looking forward to the most about the team tournament, the Apprentice team tournament, is the draft.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big sports fan, and the thing is, there's some strategy here because the captains, the veteran players, they have to watch the New Blood Battle Royal.
Yeah, that's another.
They have to
thing
watch
too.
the players play so that they can determine who they want to pick on their team. And remember, it's a draft. So they have to keep track. There's going to be everyone has to keep track of all the players that enter, and you're going to have to see who's left on the board and who isn't. So it's, you're going to have to we're going to have to play as captains. We have to play kind of GM, for a night. So I'm more excited about that. But definitely the upset potential is there as well.
Like one thing that I was thinking about is that even though there's a New Blood Battle Royale, we got to remember that's only one game.
Mhm.
That's not really enough to tell like how good of a player can be
Nope.
in like an actual team tournament format.
Mhm.
So it's more than just watching them in a New Blood Battle Royale. You actually have to watch every player
Mhm.
and scout what kind of tricks they can use or what type of characters they can use.
Mhm.
Because they can use a different character like in casuals and not use that same character in the New Blood Battle Royale,
Mhm.
and then you can ask them to switch different characters. I mean, everything comes into play when it comes to a draft like that. So that's one of the things that I know that a lot of the captains they'll be very negligent about. So
I think a lot of the captains might be salty because
yeah,
some of the players aren't going to be there when
yeah.
it's time their turn to pick.
Like
You
you
know.
would expect like me and you to get like the weakest players or like the players that don't really know what they're doing, but in secrecy in secrecy we might actually know like which player is actually good and go for them at the end. So
Well, the thing is, the reason why I think the draft is so interesting is because it tests the captain's ability to scout. You know what I mean?
to gauge
Like-
a player's level too.
Like how well, like it's kind of like watching match vids, right?
yeah.
Like, are you looking for the right things? So if you're a captain and you're watching the New Blood Battle Royal and it's time for you to pick who you want as your teammate, were you looking for the right things at the Battle Royal? Are there certain things that you noticed about a player that maybe another captain didn't notice, even if they won or lose, even if they win or lose? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a player could, like for example, right, at the first New Blood Battle Royal, Carson from Canada. We had no idea who Carson was,
Like it
And-
was so bad.
and he played, but then he lost to Denzel. And
Yeah.
no offense to D-Tech Booty War, much love, but I think Carson's stronger than Denzel,
Yeah, I mean,
right? I think Carson is much stronger than Denzel, but Denzel beat
One game.
Carson in the New
That's-
Blood
that's
Battle
one-
Royal.
that's one
So, just because one player beats another player doesn't mean that that they're necessarily weaker or stronger. And so, as a captain, you have to know exactly what to look for.
Yeah. I mean, aside from that too, there's also there's so many different type of dynamics when it comes to team tournaments. Because with singles, you only got to worry about yourself. You only got to worry about yourself, the players that you got to play. But with team tournaments, you actually have to worry about what type of team you have. So you can have like an all Chun type of team.
Mhm.
I mean, you can like the captains can go for a specific character team. Since there are no restrictions, or they can go for the higher level, type of team with the
Mhm.
higher quality players, or they can go for a gimmicky type of player. A player like say, what's his name, Biggie Smalls from Online or something.
Yo, where
Like-
was he at Summer Jam?
That's a story long in the past. So let's not get
Is
into
he
that.
is he coming to NEC?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but
Should we make him a captain?
no.
No.
Because the fact that he was supposed to be there but he wasn't there, we don't
Yeah.
appreciate that.
We were
so-
all like, when we saw it, right?
we were
all
excited.
like, everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's Biggie Smalls!"
Yeah, like,
He's like
I mean-
Sasquatch. Everyone wanted to know what he looked like, yo.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like having a fucking alien come down from
Yeah.
outer space, like
But,
looking for an Ewok.
So as far as what I'm looking forward to the most, I think I think Fight Club,
Hmm.
because there's a lot of players on the card that are making their debut.
Yeah,
And we have to think about the history of 3S Fight Club. I mean, we came up with this idea because the team tournament and the singles tournament, it was getting kind of stale.
Yeah.
And we needed something a little more exciting. We needed something different. And there's no real money in Third Strike anyway. So, we thought, okay, let's do exhibitions. Let's do money matches. And I think maybe that'll be exciting. And so, if you remember that first Fight Club,
yeah. How could I
Woo.
forget?
those matches, right?
mean-
It was, yeah.
I mean, just being a part of it myself. I mean,
hmm
like I went into it. I mean, honestly, like going from past results, like, from team tournaments, singles, obviously I was going into it thinking like, oh, I'm playing against Frankie, like whatever. I play him all the time, like I beat him all the time, like it's whatever, it's fine.
And Frankie hasn't even been touching the game, you know.
Yeah,
So
like
yeah.
I had no idea about anything,
Mhm.
so I thought it was just gonna be a clean win. But then like I noticed like, you know, but before I knew it, it was 3-2, and he won, and I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
And
Well, alcohol had a lot to do with that too.
yeah, I mean, I guess, but after that, I was just like, okay, like this is actually something that's completely different from having a singles tournament or a team tournament, because
Mhm.
it's where the players can actually, they're not just focused on what's ahead, like in terms of like who they got to play ahead in the bracket or something like that. They're
Mhm.
focused on that one player,
Mhm.
so it's one of those things where they could pull a Daigo and like study that one specific player like
Mhm.
day in and day out, and then 10-0 them or 3-0 them or 5-0 them or something. So
Yeah.
it's a different dynamic compared to the singles tournament and the team tournament. So if you're on the fight card, it's definitely a memorable experience. So
And we're going to talk about this later on the show, but there may be some changes to the card because some players might be dropping out of NEC altogether. And so, one thing that we're considering is, some of the undercard matches are scheduled for first to three.
yeah,
Hey, why not go all the way, man? Because, I think with Third Strike, especially for a group of players that have been playing for a long time, the next evolution is really playing sets.
yeah,
Game Newton did this. I
Yeah.
mean, they do first to tens.
yeah. They
Okay.
do first attempts with specific characters too,
Mhm.
not just like players using their best character.
Mhm.
They practice matchups for that specific reason. So
Mhm.
it's one thing that we have to get to too. So
And so I'm definitely looking forward. I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is the fight card. I think it's the most potential for salt, most
Yeah.
potential for hype,
yeah, there's
and also I'm excited for all the new players. Like they're not new, but they're going to make their fight card debut.
Yeah.
That they've never played in a fight card. I'm really looking forward to that too.
well, not even just a fight card, but like just Fight Club in general,
Mhm.
or the Fight Club series in general. Because I know Danish, he's never ever been in a in any
Yeah.
type of tournament in the past recent years. So
Definitely.
but yeah. So those are some of the most exciting things that are coming up, and we hope you guys are stay tuned for what's coming.
All right, so now let's move on to our next topic. And so, I don't know if anyone caught the video a couple nights ago, but to commemorate Fight Club 5, which is basically what this next Fight Club is, we thought we would pick out the top 5 Fight Club moments
Mm-hmm.
and have you guys vote which moment is your favorite. And so here are the nominees. This is obviously from the first Fight Club. This is Hellgen making his return when he
Yeah.
absolutely beasts Exodus.
Exodus.
And then Fight Club 2, where Ahmed got very, very salty
Oh my god.
after losing to Tinshi. And, you could see Tinshi saying, hold that, Duke.
The fact that Tinchi actually, oh my god.
Yeah.
Next one, we have Venao versus Denges, and Venao actually got Denges,
He did.
which is
He
one of the
did.
funniest things
He did.
around. So
When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. I mean, seriously, it was. impressive.
it was definitely
He not
exciting.
only beat Venal in one money match, he beat him
Beat
in
him
two.
Yeah.
And then this is obviously a favorite of yours, Lloyd.
Yeah. I mean,
Eat dirt.
more so this one with Hold That than anything else, because
How often did you get thrown in that?
it was a lot. I mean, but anyways, the next one is actually the Warden of the North.
Yes, winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Lance from Alaska, who
Wow, he really impressed everyone at Fight Club 4.
he just came out of nowhere and just
Yeah, he OCV'd Ken in Black in the fight card. He almost made top 8.
he
He had a pretty tough bracket though.
yeah. I mean, considering who did he have to go through? He had to go through.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he had to play Gavin. Oh, not Gavin. Frankie, no,
Hmm.
or something like that.
Something like that.
He had to go through a tough bracket, but I mean, all things considered, how long has he been playing for? Like a year or two or something?
Oh no, he's been playing for like three and a half years, I think. So he's been playing, but he's in Alaska.
Not only that,
Nobody plays there.
even then, 3 years in today's day and age, like that's not that much. Compared to us, I mean, we have like double-digit years for this game already. So it's one of those things that's really surprising. Really surprising.
Oh man, I remember that moment.
Ahmed wants a money match right
Okay,
now.
so that brings us to our next question. Out of the 5 moments, Lloyd,
Tinchy will not take the match.
which one is your favorite?
We are putting the tournament on
Tinchy wants him to hold.
I think the Ahmed moment, not because of any personal thing between Ahmed or Tinchy or anything like that, but because the fact that I was there, like seeing it right there live, and like sitting in front of the stream station and just seeing Ahmed get up, and then just boom, just slamming. You can't replicate emotions like that.
You know what's funny about that is maybe I can show the video. Maybe I can show the video.
なるほど、毎回おすすめされるんで。
Show the video. Because actually on that stage.
ダウン取れるからおすすめいき
So
ま
let's
す。
see if I can bring
Oh,
up
he's
the
getting
video,
he's
but
getting text.
let's hold on real quick. Second Stream Monsters.
But anyways, aside from just from the fact that Ahmed
He's hyped. Everyone's hyped already.
I want a money match right now.
Oh, I found it.
Straight from the Utah.
So let's watch this.
You guys can see it right now.
Yeah, pull up a chair. We're gonna break out the popcorn, and we're gonna watch this match. So I believe if I click to the team was Exodus,
It was EXO,
Ahmed, and Adam.
Ahmed, and Adam. And then from the other side, it was team, basically, freaking Team New York, basically, because you had Tinchy, Duke, and Helgen all in one team. So, that's a really gritty team if you think about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I wish there was an option on OBS where you could fast forward a video. Why isn't there one?
Dude, well, I mean,
It's weird. Anyway.
anyways, all of that aside, I mean, it all leads to the fact that not only did his team get upset, but they were really upset. I mean, because not only it was supposed to be Ahmed, EXO, and KO Fiend, and KO Fiend just dropped out at the last minute.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah,
Nobody's fault. Through nobody's fault, obviously. But
so there's Tinchy settling in,
yeah,
and Dan Rye's getting hype, and Tinchy doing his calisthenics, and then Gavin in the background eating his bomb in. And so the first match was Tinchy versus Exodus, and let us know, Stream Monsters, how the audio is. I don't want to confuse anyone because I know there's commentary going on in the video.
maybe you can mute the video or something.
Yeah, but then it'll start over again.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
OBS.
OBS. But it's free.
But anyway, so I mean, this type of match, I mean, watching it live, you would think that, from the bare bones of it, you look at EXO, Adam, and Ahmed, like those are some of the strongest players in the tournament.
Yeah, it's a
And
strong
you
ass
look at-
team.
You look at Tinchy, Duke, and Helgen, and that's a really old school team. I mean, they've been playing for a while, and you would think that, EXO's team wouldn't have any problem with that. But especially because, Ahmed is using Chun and Adam's using Yun. So in terms of characters, this is another this is in favor of EXO's team. So you would think that
Oh snap!
you would think
Reeds.
they wouldn't have any trouble with this, but as you guys can see, I mean,
God, if Tinchy never fucked up, we'd be in trouble.
yeah, like you can
We
see
really would.
you can see that Tinchy already has the first round. So if he didn't do that taunt,
Yo, yeah, right. Hey, look at EXO. I don't know what he's doing.
I mean that's EXO's fault in general. Anyways, he always does that. He wants
Yeah,
to.
but he didn't care. So
I mean, he never cares. When does he care?
he cared when he came to New York that one time.
Yeah. But anyways, So here you
So,
can see
yeah.
that Tenchi, he's actually not playing. He's actually not playing bad. I mean,
No, he's not.
he's taking
He's
advantage of EXO's easygoingness and just
Oh my god.
catching him when he least expected. And you can
Do
see.
you think that's a confirm?
No,
Like, I mean,
Is
the
that-
low short EX?
Nope.
That's a you sure?
no positive.
Alright.
You cannot. Confirm.
Oh,
I
yeah, Tenchi popping off.
And if he thinks about it, what happens if he blocks?
The
So.
background. Oh my gosh.
But
Wow.
yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
that's match number one. I mean that's
Yeah.
the first upset that we saw. We weren't expecting that. So then the next one was Adam, and you would think like, okay, Adam, okay, he gets kind of nervous in tournaments, and okay, he hasn't played in a while, but still, all the quality is there. As a player, he should handle this matchup.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if like how much stock we put into that, because every time we talk to Ahmed's always like, "Hey, yo, Mun. Hey, yo, like last night, like I played Adam, like 20 games. I 20 owed him.
yeah,
free.
that sounds.
Yo, I made him retire. Right? I said, yo, Adam, you use any character you want. I'll body all your characters.
Let's.
Balash. Balash.
Oh my god.
So,
But
anyway,
that's exactly what Ahmed does.
Yeah.
He always tries to talk shit before everything else.
Dude.
But all that
Oh,
aside,
that was
you can see
sick.
Tenchi. He's not
Yeah.
he's not fucking around. I mean, he's here
No, he's
to
not.
win.
Yeah.
So
Here's the thing, though. Like Tenchi, he was down in this set.
Yeah.
He was down in this match, and
and
so that's-
he still managed
yeah.
to play solid. I mean,
Mhm.
that's the thing about Oro too. Like in this match versus Yun,
Mhm.
it's not as easy as just simply getting the standing strong and then going for whatever. You really gotta pick your spots, and even I had trouble with it when I played him. So when he picks his spots like that, it's very hard to
Mhm.
actually get some damage in.
Yeah.
But you can see right here that he's putting up a fight and he has some type of damage lead damage lead right here.
Yeah.
So
See, that's the thing. It's Oro's deceptive. You want to go in, but you have to be careful.
yeah, because that standing roundhouse hurts.
Oh my god. Just believe it. Look at this. Oh my god, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Why you whiffing?
That right
And look
there.
at
You could tell right there that Adam was nervous. He was
Yeah.
nervous as shit right there. So
like when I was at the broadcast booth, I knew it was done after that command grab.
yeah, I saw that too. I was like,
I knew
okay,
it was done.
It's
I
over.
knew it was done.
And then we see this, and we're like, okay, if he
Yeah.
gets at least one hit off of him,
Yeah, rocks.
yeah, rocks,
Rocks.
bricks.
Bricks.
Right here, you can see
Yo,
the man
grabs.
there, and I saw that, and I was like, okay, it's over. There's not much he can do after that.
Yeah, he can't do nothing anymore.
If he parried that, I would have flipped.
See, I don't even know why Adam jumped there. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
I mean, just build your meter for the next.
If he hadn't jumped there, he might have came back.
There's a lot of things he could have done to
Right.
make himself come back, but
Tenchi.
and Tenchi, I mean, look at the team he's playing against. I mean, who
Mhm.
wouldn't be hyped like that?
Yeah.
So
We were all hyped when it was live. Oh, and here's Ahmed settling in.
and shit just got real when he puts his head back.
Yeah.
He puts his cat back. On some-
But you know what the great thing about Fight Club is? It really lit the fire. It really reignited the fire with a lot of players.
Yeah.
You
A lot of people have been watching it and they were thinking like, oh wow, like I wanna join that too or something like that, so
So this matchup's really bad for Oro.
it's really bad.
But
But the fact that Tenchi's actually getting some hits off of him, you can
Yeah.
tell that that's all Ahmed's fault. 'cause-
So obviously Tenchi opts for SA3 to get the stun,
yeah,
and he fucks up the combo.
but then
Ahmed's clearly playing way too fast. Notice he tried to punish that, but Tenchi was still in the air. And so we have Ahmed chasing Tenchi down. I don't know why Ahmed... Ahmed, he's so stubborn. He wants to jump with Chun.
not
you
only
know,
that, but I
it's-
mean, he just plays the wrong way for Chun. Honestly,
Oh my lord.
his style of play is just
Look at hold that.
yeah, I know.
Complete
see-
silence on Ahmed's side.
Like, where's your brother?
Oh my god.
Right here,
Oh,
I saw this. I was like, oh, that's it. Because he's gonna guess right here too. So Of course, he's gonna guess for Tengu, but he's not gonna get.
Oh my lord.
And half of his life is gone right
That's the only way he got hit by that command grab, he guessed. That was good confirm.
That's completely evens it out.
Okay, and I don't know what that jump was for. Wow. Yeah, these punishes are not on point. Yeah, I mean, you could tell Ahmed was pretty rusty here.
Wow.
now. I mean,
But it's
they
still
were-
Oro.
yeah. There's everything. There's nerves. There's everything.
Yeah, and then this is done.
You can see that he's struggling right
Yeah.
here too. Like it's not even a game anymore.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
look,
no,
look, look at Ahmed.
and you can see the reactions for both of them. Like
Alright, so here's Ahmed. Ahmed's just...
you can hear everybody going crazy.
Look at that salt!
What a god.
And then he sees everybody
Where's it,
flipping
where's
out,
it,
and he's
where's
like,
it,
you know
where's
what?
it?
I'm not having this shit.
Let's go!
And then he takes out the wallet, and then boom, that's it. He's like, want a fucking money match.
Oh my gosh.
Money match.
Oh lord.
Tenchi will
What a
not
moment.
take the match.
What a moment.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. That and
Hold
so
that.
that's it's for reasons like that is
Said, "Hold
you know,
that shit."
why this is my favorite moment.
hmm
Because just aside everything aside, like all the aspects aside, like okay, it's EXO, Adam, and Ahmed.
hmm
The fact that Ahmed got that salty, where he stood there for a good minute, got up, took his wallet out, and then boom,
Yeah,
let's
that was pretty
match right
godlike.
now. But then Tenchi is like,
And we've been trying to make that match.
we've been trying.
Tenchi versus Ahmed, but for some reason it hasn't happened, and I don't know why.
I mean, we all know what would happen in an actual set, but
Well,
that's
do you? I don't know.
I mean, but
I don't know. What do you think?
well, I mean, Ahmed won the last time they played, so they
Yeah,
did
but-
play. They did
But
play
if
in a
they
set.
if they played in a high profile first to 5 money match at an actual major Fight Club main event, who's gonna win? I don't think it's that free for either one. I think it goes 5-4.
It depends on who's been actually keeping up. Because if
I think
Tenchi
it goes.
actually-
I think it goes like 9th game. I think it goes like 10th game, 3rd round. I mean,
it's hard to tell because I mean for me because I've seen them play at next level after that, and Ahmed bodied Tenchi
yeah. But again,
easily, and yeah, it's not the same environment, but the skill is still apparent. You could definitely tell like who's better and who's down there. But,
so guys, we don't have to ask what my favorite moment was because it was the same as Lloyd's. And so what we're gonna do at this point is take a short 2-minute break. And then when we come back, we have some really important news about Fight Club 5 at NEC. We have some last-minute changes that we may have to make on the card, and we're actually not quite sure what to do. And so hopefully we'll get some of your input. But in any event, that's what's coming up. And so stick and stay. We're going to be back in a couple minutes.
stay tuned.
All right, guys.
Makeup.
All right, guys. Welcome back to a all new, all different House of Strikes. I am Mutant XP alongside Nika KO, and tonight we are trying out a new format for House of Strikes, where we're going to be doing it virtual style.
He has
no
it.
homo, but
You got
homo,
it.
it's alright. Well, anyway, whatever. So sorry, it's late.
Ahmed
I was
wants
up
a
until
money
at
match
5 a.m.
right
but you guys
now.
Moving on.
Moving
Ahmed
on.
wants a money
Moving on.
match right
So
So,
if you guys
now.
happen to
Pinky
just
will
join
not
us
take
right
the
now,
match.
we actually covered
We are
NEC
putting the
16, the
tournament
events that
Pinky
are
wants
taking
the whole
place.
lot.
We went through the New Blood Battle Royale, and we also went through the Apprentice Team Tournament, and the scheduled times for the singles tournament that's happening on Saturday. So if you guys are not going to be able to show up to NEC, please be sure to tune into the stream, which will be starting at around probably a little early. Not sure yet, but we'll definitely keep you guys posted about it. But now on top of that, we also went through the past Fight Club moments, the top 5 moments, and yeah, we actually agreed on our best moment of all. So if you guys haven't checked out the top 5 moments, please be sure to get onto the YouTube channel, youtube.com/sf3lp, and check out the top 5 moments from Fight Club, and let us know in the comments what's your favorite moment. But
Definitely.
moving on.
all right,
we shall
guys.
be talking about the main event.
So, well, before we talk about some of the changes, I just wanted to just recap the schedule for NEC because obviously that's the next big event. And so on Friday, remember that we are going to have a New Blood Battle Royal for entry-level players. It is a 30-man, one-game random order format. The last man standing wins. The entry fee is $3. The player cap is 30. And so the winner, the last man standing, wins the entire pot plus $30 and a free Fight Club shirt. Also, immediately after the Battle Royal, we are going to have a team tournament, a Apprentice 3v3 team tournament, where entry-level players will get a chance to team with experienced Third Strike players, and the entry fee for that team tournament is $3 a player as well. And so all of this is going to start at around 5 o'clock on Friday. And so, tune in to Lloyd's channel around 4:30, 4:45. And so we should have the stream up and running by then. And then obviously Saturday we have singles from 12 to 4, 12 to 5, depending on how many people enter. And we're going to go in. Yeah, we're going to go until top 8, and then we're going to finish singles on Sunday afternoon. And then on Saturday night will be the featured event, Fight Club 5 exhibition matches, which brings us to our next topic, and that is the main event for Fight Club 5. And so, originally, we were promoting a double main event, similar to what we had at the first Fight Club. And originally, what we had scheduled was Holdat taking on Ahmed, Alex versus Chun,
Match that never happened.
and Hispanic Jap versus Frankie 3S. Unfortunately, we have learned that neither Holdat nor Hispanic Jap will be able to make it to NEC, which puts me and Lloyd in quite the pickle, because now we have to figure out an alternative main event. And so, for those of you who are aware of him, Donka, aka Dan Rise, has informed us that there is a strong possibility, a chance, that he may end up coming to NEC. And if that's the case, then the main event is, as far as I'm concerned, I already know what the main event is if Dan Rise comes. And as far as I'm concerned, the main event for Fight Club 5, if Donka makes it to NEC, is Ahmed versus Donka. And you know what? Enough of these kitty gloves. Right? Let's get real now.
Let's get real.
Donka, Ahmed thinks you're garbage. Okay? Dead ass. He thinks you're garbage. He thinks that all the time you spent in Japan has not made you a better player.
Was for nothing.
Was for nothing. Okay, you ass. Yo, Dan Risey's ass.
Like the way he talks to Mutant, like you could tell that he like goes up to him, pulls him aside, and is like, "Yo, Mutant, yo, let me talk to you. I want to talk to you about Dan Rice. Yo, is Dan Rice going to NEC? I don't know. Yo, if he goes to NEC, I'm body him.
I'ma body him.
Body
With a hand
free.
too.
Yeah.
I'ma body him.
I'm a body
For
him.
free. I'ma
Free.
body him free.
You wanna know why? Cause he's ass.
Cause he's ass. Balish. Balish.
But nah, seriously, you know why he's ass? Cause all that time he spent in Japan, free.
Yeah, free.
Didn't do shit for him.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
garbage.
He could spend 50 years in Japan. He won't be able to beat me.
He still won't.
He won't be able to beat me.
All
In
them
all seriousness,
prototype-
no, I'm sure Ahmed somewhat respects you, Dan Rice, and I'm sure Dan Rice you respect Ahmed, but I definitely think it's a match that we haven't seen, and I think
Yeah.
it would be really hype. So if you come to NEC, Dan Rice, as far as I'm concerned, you don't even have to enter singles. You just have to do one thing when you come to NEC, and you just have to play Ahmed in a first to five, relatively high stakes, okay? Because that main event is going to be so hype.
Then win, and then get drunk after.
Yes. Now, in the event that Dan Rise doesn't make it to NEC, the main event that I would like to see,
You would like to see.
and this is the main event that I originally wanted to happen. Oh hell no, you're not playing Yun, Danka. You're not playing Yun.
None of
I
that
just saw his,
bullshit. None
I
of
just
that
saw his
fucking
chat and he
bullshit.
said he's playing Yun. No, you're good.
Yeah, none of that
You're
bullshit.
good. You're good. So anyway, if Dan Rise doesn't make it to NEC, as far as I'm concerned, the only main event left to do is Ahmed versus Frankie.
As far as you're concerned.
Because, you know what? Originally, this is the main event I wanted. But for some reason or another, neither Frankie or Ahmed wanted to play one another.
You wanted that main event?
I wanted that main event.
I know somebody who wanted that more than you.
Oh, who?
These nuts. No, I'm kidding. No, I wanted that main event since CF closed. I wanted that main event. That's how long I've been waiting for a match like that. But unfortunate circumstance, even though they're both going to NEC, they don't want to play each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's unfortunate, but for whatever reason, I would have understood it if, one was, if one wasn't entering the tournament or something like that, but they're both entering. So there is absolutely no excuse for them not to play each other.
Again, I'm not going to speculate, because obviously I'm not a mind reader, regardless of,
How
How-
godlike we are in Third Strike?
godlike
Okay.
we are. But I'm not going to speculate. All I'm going to say is it appears as though Frankie would rather make trailers about Ahmed than play him in a money match. That's all I can see.
That's from my
Right.
understanding of it too. I mean,
Right?
I've seen. I mean, if it's not about you versus Rage or something, then it's a trailer mainly about Ahmed, not even Ahmed versus Holdak, because I saw that trailer. That trailer barely had any Holdak in it.
Yeah, I know, right?
So
It's like Frankie wrote a love letter to Ahmed.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool in the game, and you could do it all you want. But even at least on the other half, Ahmed was like, you know what, like I'm down for that. Like we can do that.
Yeah,
but-
okay, in all honesty, when I first approached the idea to Ahmed, okay, I first told Ahmed the idea of a Frankie 3S Ahmed main event. And Ahmed was like, "Yeah, cool. I'm down."
Exactly.
Yeah, Ahmed was just like that. He was down.
I respect
when-
that.
But Frankie was a little more hesitant. Frankie's excuse was that the matchup is stale. He said that, "Oh, it would be as stale as you and me playing." Unfortunately, right? But that doesn't make any sense, because when is the last time we have footage of Ahmed and Frankie playing each other? Guard Crush?
That's exactly my point. Me and Frankie have played 10 times more in
You've played Frankie. You've played me. You've played Ahmed. Ahmed has played us. But these two are
in an
not...
actual recorded environment where there is footage, where there are people actually commentating and have seen us play, there is more footage of me versus Frankie, you versus Frankie, than those two put together in all of the years of Third Strike that we've been playing. Now, I don't understand why he would come up with that excuse, because we played in Fight Club twice. So you want to talk about stale, like, playing him twice is stale. And not only that, we played in grand finals too. So, I mean, I don't know what's more stale.
So again, we're not speculating. Okay, we don't know why they don't want to play each other. All we know is that they don't want to play each other. But they're the only two people on the planet that don't want each other to play in the main event.
I mean, let's not group Ahmed into that, because obviously Ahmed, he came out and he was like, you know what, like, I'll play him, fine. But Frankie, I don't know. I mean, that's something. Else,
okay. Well,
don't act like I'm lying, because you've been telling me the same thing too. And
I mean, again, so I don't know. I don't understand why they don't want to play one another.
Maybe, I mean, if Frankie if he has a certain amount of respect for Ahmed, and he says, "Oh no, I don't want to play him because that's my boy," or for whatever reason, like just...
Well, again, you can speculate, but I'm not. All I know is that they don't want to play one another. And so, guys, if you're listening, for those of you who are watching the stream, Ahmed, I know you're on the stream. I don't know if you're watching Frankie, but if for the rest of you, if you want to see Ahmed play Frankie in the main event of Third Strike Fight Club 5, tweet it out, post it on Facebook, post it, on their... We're like brothers. Okay, whatever.
That's no, I mean, that's funny that you say we're like brothers, and yet you play your brother all the time.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that makes
Ahmed has no problem embodying Adam, but
and talking to us about it.
He's whatever.
Like, he doesn't want to play. I mean, he does want to play Frankie. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here.
I don't know that. I don't know that anymore.
No, Ahmed's been saying, he even said it to us that he wants to, like, he's down to play him, so. Now, this whole thing where Ahmed is saying, he'll play Frankie if you play me, that, I don't know.
No, that's asinine. Because,
because you can say that you'll play Frankie all you want, but if Frankie doesn't want to play you...
Yeah, it takes two.
Exactly. I mean, I'm down to play Mutant, but you want to talk about stale, like, we play...
Yeah, seriously, guys. Seriously.
There is non-stop footage of me versus Mutant in every single stream that we do. So that is on a different level than what you guys are talking about. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
one of the events that we would want to see, but
what if we did like a tag team?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like,
what if me and Frankie versus you and Ahmed?
I mean, I would be down for that too, because
How about that?
I know Frankie would take the different approach and play me instead of Ahmed, whereas you would probably end up playing Ahmed anyways, and it's all the same thing. I mean,
like a tag team main event money match. I mean, Frankie versus you and Ahmed.
For that, in that scenario, I mean, it's going to be Frankie versus me, and then Ahmed versus you. So we might know that. So we might as well just make it me and you versus Ahmed and Frankie.
But that's even stale too.
I mean,
the only matchup that is not stale is Ahmed versus Frankie.
That's true. It's true.
I don't know. Okay, so now Frankie, I think, is on the stream. He said, Ahmed's my running mate and training partner. Yo, in the UFC, training partners fight each other all the time. Okay?
Me and you play each other all the time, too?
I don't know. Whatever. Guys, I mean, if you want to see that main event, then
let us know in comments,
Yes, let us know. Tweet it out, because it's clear that yeah, but for big bucks. Again, it's up to them, right? I mean, again,
it is up to them. I mean, we're not holding a gun to their head and saying, listen, you got to play him. I mean, this is Fight Club. I mean.
But if Dan Rice comes,
If Dan
It's Dan Rise versus Ahmed. It's Dan Rise
set
versus
for sure.
Ahmed.
Yeah, I mean that's set for sure.
And Frankie can sit this one out, but
But
it's
please, none of this bullshit where Ahmed is using Makoto because your Makoto sucks, and
oh snap.
Dan Rai is using Yun because even Dan Rai says that his Yun sucks too. So let's not go there, guys. Because for the 1 year anniversary for Third Strike Fight Club, you're gonna wanna bullshit like that? No way.
Come on, it's the 1 year anniversary.
No way.
Let's get hype.
And the fact. Oh my god. Anyways.
Holdat's not coming. Hispanic Jap isn't coming. Right? Let's clutch this out.
Seriously, I mean,
No?
we went from fucking, what's his name? Fucking Shinsei versus Darren in the first Fight Club to
No. Shinsei, they played in like other exhibitions. Shinsei played Duke.
match, actually, yeah, right. So
Yeah.
it went from like Dan Rise versus Tinchi, right?
Mhm.
It was Dan Rise
No,
versus.
yeah, Dan Rise versus Tinchi.
Oh my god! I mean,
No, that was a good match.
yeah,
that
exactly.
went 5-4.
We all saw that match and we were like, damn, that shit was fucking hype.
Mhm.
So we want to end it on that note.
That's
you know?
scared.
I mean, let's do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Holdat's scared, Ahmed. I mean, the last time you guys played in the shelter was pretty close. Yeah, you're right, Frankie. Oh, also, guys, we would be remiss not to mention that, originally the champion of Defend the North, 2015, Denges, was supposed to come to NEC, but he can't. And so originally we were going to have the main event be Denges versus Frankie. But in all fairness, we knew Denges wasn't going to show up, for a long time.
Even before that.
Okay, even before we announced the fight card. So, that's already out the window.
That's why we pulled an option select and didn't put him on the card.
Best case scenario, my vision for Fight Club 5 was going to be Frankie and Denges and Ahmed versus Dan Rise. I mean, that was going to be the double main event, and that would have been effing sick.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that would have just been but maybe it'll happen in the future. Hopefully. But anyway, what do you guys think? What should be the main event for Fight Club 5? I think it's Ahmed versus Frankie. If Dan Rise doesn't go, if Dan Rise goes, it's Danko versus Ahmed. It's not even.
In that case, what would we give Frankie for a match if?
No, Frankie will sit it out.
Or he just sits it out. Okay.
Yeah, he'll interview. He'll interview players. We're gonna try to do post-match interviews live, and we're gonna try to do replays. Although OBS is kind of but again, we'll see what happens with Dan Rise. And so again, the main event's kind of up in the air, but hopefully we'll have a good show for you guys once Fight Club rolls around.
Yeah.
And Frankie, get a webcam so you can join in on this.
Well, yeah, Dan Rise, if you're still on the stream, try to talk to Diaper Bomb about getting to NEC because he's definitely coming too. So.
Well, Diaper Bomb's staying with me. So.
No, I know. Well, all that aside, I mean, because he needs a ride and a room. So if he gets a ride with Diaper Bomb,
Well, he can't get a ride with Diaper Bomb because Dan Rise is in Maryland.
Oh, is he? Oh, shit. Never mind. Alright, we'll figure it out. I mean, Dan Rise will talk about it, but anyway. So yeah, I mean that's our thoughts on what should be the main event. So if you guys have any other ideas, you can feel free to message us. Comment on the video when it comes on YouTube. Things like that. Let us know what you guys think before NEC, and we'll take it into consideration.
Mm-hmm. So, me and you, yeah, right. I don't think we should play each other anymore.
Who?
You and me, or at least we shouldn't play Necro versus Yang anymore.
I don't think we should play each other at all. At least until tournaments, because that never happens.
I know that never happens, right?
Yeah.
Can I just play you first round?
That's like some fucking Goku.
Don't get baited.
Shit. Oh my god. No way.
Anyway, but yeah. So guys, please let us know what you think the main event should be. Hopefully Dan Rise comes through. We really need you to come through, Dan Rise. You're highly respected. You're a popular Third Strike player. So come through and try and make it.
So sorry. So for all you guys who aren't on the chat, now we have Ahmed and Frankie, both players who we think should be playing each other, are taking the idea of the tag team and wanting to apply it to them two versus us,
Oh God.
versus me and Ewan. So that's another idea too. I mean, you guys can,
That does make sense, I guess.
it does make sense. I mean,
And it wouldn't be Pokemon style. It should be Wasada style or whatever it's called.
whatever style it is, it doesn't matter. But that's an idea too. So let us know what you guys think. I mean, everything's a possibility, or
Hmm.
everything except for Ahmed versus Frankie. So
Yeah. All right. So moving on. Even though the main event is up in the air, the undercard is pretty much set. And so what we'd like to do right now is talk a little bit about the undercard for Fight Club 5, which is going to be pretty darn exciting in my opinion. I think this is one of the stronger undercards that we've had in a really long time. So again, for the undercard for Fight Club 5, we have New York's best Necro player,
shut up.
Anti-Shoto, taking on Nebraska's Eat.
I respect that eat, sleep, pair, repeat.
Yes. Yo,
Please
look at this.
please buy
Yo,
shirts.
This is what. Oh, baited.
God.
That's what Anti-Shoto has to deal with. Okay. Another match we have on the undercard. Wait for it. Will be a true legend in Third Strike. The Midwest's favorite son, Simon Yu, taking on Diaper Bomb, who was supposed to make his Fight Club debut last time, but
Unfortunately,
real life got in the way, so to speak.
So that's actually an interesting one.
Hmm. And I think that's definitely going to be a good match. Yeah, that's really the only two matches, right?
Yeah, one more.
Yeah.
No, Donish versus Rage.
Yes, and in another undercard match, and I didn't have a chance to make the highlight reel for it, we have a Doylestown regular, Urian specialist Donish, and this guy is so mysterious that no one's ever seen him play before. He's going to be taking on Rage, the guy who ran from me at Fight Club 4.
The Rage.
Okay. Guy's running. I bet he doesn't say a word to me this weekend.
He's driving his go-kart away from you.
He's driving his snap. Driving his go-kart. And so we have Donish. Donish versus Rage. Oh, Ahmed's like, I have a special guest again. Watch its dentures.
Nah, it's Eggy.
Oh, it's Eggy? He ain't special. It's Eggy. Yeah, but Eggy doesn't really play anymore.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about who we think is going to win their undercard matches. So let's start off with Eat versus Anti-Shoto. Who's taking it, Lloyd?
I mean, a little
Who's
scouting.
taking it and why?
Well, first off, a little scouting report on Anti-Shoto. I mean, that fool has came a long way from what he used to play as to what he plays
He's the best
now.
Necro in New York.
I mean, seeing him go through the changes over the course of the fight clubs, it goes to show you that we're not doing this for no reason, So with that in mind, seeing him with the most improvements, I think that he's gonna take this set 3-1.
Really?
3-1, yeah.
Okay, let's assume it's first to 5.
If it's first to 5,
You think he still wins?
I think he still wins. Just because, like, the way he plays Necro, I mean, he finds ways to get damage in.
Yeah.
And with Eat playing Akuma, any kind of damage does hurt, and especially with Electric Snake, I mean, he can kill you instantly. If he just gets one blocked Tatsu into Super,
and those flying Vipers.
Yeah, and those. Oh, if you honestly think that Eat is gonna block those, if I see him block those, then okay. But I don't think he's gonna be able to block those, and that's gonna be the turning point in the matches when Anti-Shoto turns that on. So, personally, if it was a first to 5, I would think it would be 5-2. 5-3 just because of a random factor.
Oh, okay.
Just that third game is a random factor. Like anything can happen. So, but I still think that Anti-Shoto will win this match.
Eat and Anti-Shoto are friends. They're buddies, and you know, I think they play each other quite a bit,
Yeah.
and so I think the set's going to be closer than you think.
Really?
I'm still picking Anti-Shoto, but I think in a first to 5, it's going to be 5-4.
Well, this is an undercard match, so let's
Mhm.
stick to. Well, so then it would probably be 3-2 in as the undercard match then.
Well, let's just assume that all of them are first to 5, because we're only going to have 5 matches.
I guess so. That makes sense.
hmm
But so
right.
5-4.
5-4 Anti-Shoto.
I don't know if he will get all. I mean, I haven't personally.
so.
I haven't seen him play in a while. I mean, I know he plays on PSN, but I haven't played him or seen him play in a while. So
Frankie is picking Eat, so I'm taking that side bet.
that's interesting.
Okay.
That's interesting.
So stop being sissies at NEC this weekend. I'm taking side bets. All right. I'm gonna go.
We here at This Is Third Strike do not condone gambling of any kind.
Oh no, not of any kind.
Though-
Even if NEC is at a casino, no.
no, of course not.
These exhibitions are just for fun.
Yeah, of course. Just
Yeah.
pure.
So the next match, Simon Yu versus Diaper Bomb. I'll begin by talking a little bit about Simon Yu. He was an OG to the OGs. You know what I mean? This guy is.
He's the OG to you.
He was an OG to me. You know. So if he's an OG back when I was coming up, then he's definitely OG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't get farther than that.
Right, I mean, he's like straight out of Compton status. You know, he's like NWA Third Strike. All right, and so this guy is a pioneer. This guy held it down, American Third Strike, and it's amazing to still see him playing. Apparently, they have regular tournaments in Nebraska, in Omaha still, and I think this is going to be a really, really tough match to call, because, on one hand, Diaper Bomb is so experienced in the Ken versus Alex match.
Oh yeah.
Playing Flair, because for those of you who don't know, Diaper Bomb, Doylestown resident mayor of Dunk City, he learned the game by practicing Flair, one of the most patient fools, on the entire planet. And he shout outs to Flair. We don't know where you are, Sean, but please come out to one of our events. Frankie's waiting for you. And so, Diaper Bomb knows the match, but it's Simon Yu. I mean, he's solid, dude. So I don't know. I as much as Diaper Bomb is my boy, I mean, he's my homie, but oh god,
He's not your homie if you're betting against him.
if it was for money, like if I bet Ahmed like $50 on this match, I cannot. I like my money too much. I cannot bet on Diaper Bomb. I think it'll be 5-3 Simon Yu.
And you said they hold regular tournaments over there
Yeah,
too?
they do. Max Out. That's their tournament series. Max Out. I don't know the exact channel, but we'll definitely link it on the This Is Third Strike page.
Isn't Nebraska where Eat plays too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eat and Simon Yu are coming in, and so shout outs to Nebraska, shout outs to the Midwest.
So with that being said, since they play in the same environment or the same tournament or wherever, I'm gonna bet that Diaper Bomb is gonna body him.
Wow.
Just because.
Wow.
Just out of
What's the
principle.
score? Tell us the score.
First to 5. 5-1.
Are you insane?
Nope.
You're stupid. There's no way that match is going to be 5-1. Hell no.
We'll see what happens. I mean,
You just slapped Simon Yu in the face.
this is a fight club.
Yo, are you hearing this? Oh my god. I'm going to splice this video, post it on Simon's Facebook page. There is no way Diaper Bomb is going to beat Simon Yu 5-1.
Sounds
Are
like
you
you think
kidding
that he'll
me?
win anyways.
Hell no. Hell no. I don't know what you're smoking, but I want some of that. There's no way that's gonna happen. There's no way.
Oh,
No way.
that's what I think. Simply because he
We'll
has
do
that he
we'll
has
do
that
spreads. You want that bet?
he has that he
5-1?
has that X factor where
No, are you
he
willing to bet? Are you willing to bet me $20 that diaper bomb will?
I'm not gonna discuss any type of bets on This Is Third Strike.
Well, hypothetically,
We do
let's
not
say
condone
let's
this.
say we weren't the event organizers and we could do what we wanted. Would you take that bet?
That's a
20
separate
bucks.
issue.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind. All right. So then, obviously, their final match: Donish versus
No, but
Rage.
if that match was first to three, it would probably be 3-2. Diaper Bomb. I still think Diaper Bomb is
Doesn't
gonna
make
win,
any sense.
but in all seriousness, in the
Oh,
first
because
to
Diaper
three,
Bomb will get tight, or okay.
in all seriousness, I think it would be 3-2 Diaper Bomb.
Okay. But what if it was first to 5-1 Diaper Bomb? Stupid. So, and then our final match is Donish, who plays Urian. He knows what he's doing. There's no footage of him, but he does play on Fightcade under Donish 3S. He's been practicing and he's solid. He's good, and he's going up against the Rage. Ahmed wants to take my $20. Okay, all right. I got $20.
Let's not discuss this on the air, but
20 imaginary dollars.
20 Monopoly dollars. Okay.
Monopoly money. Yeah.
So in terms of Donish versus Rage, I've been in contact with Rage, and he's been telling me that he's been looking for footage on Donish. So that tells me that he's trying to get some type of scouting on him and trying to figure out how to play against him. But that also tells me that he's not prepared. Like as it stands now, he's not prepared enough as he is as a player. So if that match were to happen right now, I would say that it would be 3-2 Donish. It would be 3-2 Donish, and if it was a first to five, it would probably be 5-3 Donish too. So with everything said, I think Donish is gonna win that match.
Mm. So no faith with Rage, huh?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna pick Rage either because he's garbage.
Oh, damn! You don't know how to settle that.
Garbage.
But
Can't even show up to our money match. Alright, I see how it is. You're gonna get bodied, Rage.
maybe we should make a separate category.
Donish is gonna turn you into a human combo video, yo. That's what he's gonna do. I'm gonna laugh. Every Aegis setup he gets, I'm gonna laugh at you. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's another thing too. He doesn't really do too well against Aegis setups.
Oh, I'm gonna get so hyped. I'm gonna be right next to Rage, and I'm gonna be screaming. Oh, they don't know who Donish is, but they're gonna know after this weekend.
Oh my
They're
god.
gonna know.
Yeah, if you guys don't know who Donish is, I mean,
They'll know. They'll know.
yeah, he's under the radar, so you'll find
All right,
out.
guys. Yeah. All right, guys. So sorry to cut you off, Lloyd, but we have to pay the bills, and so we're gonna take our final break. Again, we're gonna take a short 2-minute break, and then we're gonna come back with our final topic, and we're gonna kind of end the show by looking ahead to 2016 and talk a little bit about where we should hold Fight Club next. So again, this is Mutant XP and Nika KO, and so we'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, guys, welcome back again. This is Mutant XP alongside Nika KO. Well, not really alongside, but anyway. And welcome to an all new, all different House of Strikes. We're trying something new tonight. We're doing a Skype format, and let us know what you guys think of the new format. I think it's gone a lot more smoothly than the other episodes, I think, because of, just the logistics wise. But let us know what you guys think of the new format, the podcast style. And if you like it, probably all of the future House of Strikes are going to be like this. And so, with that said, we're going to go ahead and end the show by talking about our last topic. So, of course, like we said before, NEC 16 is this weekend, and at NEC we're going to be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Fight Club. But we're only getting started, right? In the words of Frankie, right? Y'all thought I was done? No, we're not done. And we have big things planned for 2016 and 3S Fight Club. And so, with that said, our final topic of the night is where do you think 3S Fight Club should go? Where should we hold the next Fight Club? Or where are some of the places where you think we should hold the next Fight Club? So Lloyd, why don't you go ahead and start off and let us know where you think Fight Club should go, aside from New York and Big E majors. Although, shout outs to Big E, of course.
Well,
Dude,
first and
the
foremost,
biggest shout outs ever.
we need
And
to
Tony
give,
Majors.
We
Whew.
need to give shout outs to not just Tony Majors and Big E, but everybody who's been
Yes.
promoting Third Strike on Arcade Cabinet over the
Yes.
course of the past year. I mean,
Mhm.
we've seen a lot more streams come up this past year than
Yeah,
in any
that's
other
right.
year. I mean, we've
Mhm.
seen streams from Vienna. I've seen streams from Paris, from Brazil. I mean, I've seen a whole bunch of these streams, and I don't want to say it's directly caused because of us, but I'm pretty sure we're pushing it along. And
You know
giving
you do,
people
though.
giving people the encouragement. I
You
mean,
know you do, though.
we do. We're here to support each other.
Don't front.
You know, so all the bullshit aside, we're here to support each other in in the long run. And the fact that that everybody's been so supportive of us, and we've been able to come up with this type of quality, we thank you guys. So
Yeah.
with that said, there's a couple places that caught my eye. One of them specifically because it brings two communities together, but another because of the
Well,
environment.
pick one. Don't steal my thunder. Pick one.
So I'll go to this main one because I've had a lot of discussions about this, but it would probably have to be a collaboration with the Gutter Trash with the Gutter Trash team. So
Ooh.
if it were a decision that I can make right now, I would say that we should take Fight Club overseas and to the UK.
Oh,
and
I
bring
like
it
that
to-
idea.
and bring it to Arcade Street and show the UK players what This Is Third Strike is all about.
Well, just to clarify, Arcade Street is in Paris. That's a completely.
Oh, is it?
They run King of Third Strike. Obviously the UK players they play at the
It's,
Hog Heart of Gaming.
Heart of Gaming, yeah.
But I think that's a really awesome idea, Lloyd, because when you think about it, in terms of what keeps the scene alive, Third Strike is a super old game, and the only way it survives is if you get new players to play. And
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Are you reading the chat?
I just saw a comment from Ahmed. He said to hold it in the Middle East.
yeah, no,
Nah, chill.
Vanau and RKF went to Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
I mean,
they
that's
went to
true
Dubai.
Too, but
So- So.
oh my God.
So,
Anyways,
not
moving
right
on.
now. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Too soon? Too soon?
Too soon.
Too soon? Okay. So anyway,
Okay.
I think that's a great idea, Lloyd, going to the UK, because when you think about it, keeping a scene for an old game alive requires us to infuse new blood. And when you think about it, the UK Third Strike group has been the most active new generation of Third Strike players. They really love the game.
Yeah.
And all shit talk aside, there was some history between us and, well,
What was
primarily,
past House of Strikes?
primarily, yeah, you and Frankie and your comments you made to some of the players. We think that a collaboration between Gutter Trash and Fight Club, I think that'd be a really good idea. We would go over there and, aside from, just, collaborating and maybe holding a Fight Club, I think that'd be awesome.
A Fight Club / Gutter Trash
Tournament or whatever they do. Yeah. And remember on a previous episode of House of Strikes, we actually had the Shen And don't worry, we're planning on bringing him back because we know that our interview got cut off.
Oh
those were the dark ages of House of Strikes.
Yeah.
And so I think we have our shit together a little better.
Plus, with the
it's-
virtual House of Strikes, it probably will be better. So
Yeah. So not only is that a good idea, Lloyd, but I actually think it could happen.
it's plausible. Yeah. The only thing is the next Gutter Trash is going to be in I think they announced it for February.
Mhm.
So that's kind of too short notice for us.
Mhm.
But they have it as a kind of like a seasonal type of tournament.
We could do it in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, we
yeah.
could do it whenever they hold the next one. But
Mhm.
it's definitely an idea, especially with the apprentice tournament that we're planning on doing. It's probably something that will help them over there. Like all bullshit aside, it'll probably help them grow as a group. So.
As
Anyway.
much as I'd want to go to the UK, I personally have never been there. And, aside from all the sights and sounds, I'd love to, play Third Strike there and stream something. Third Strike needs to I need to come home, man.
Mm.
I need to go home. I think in 2016, God willing,
Allah willing.
Allah willing, Watson makes Super Arcade happen, and we bring Fight Club to California. Because when you think about it, I mean, that was the mecca of American Third Strike. I mean, that was the center, right? We're in Mongolia right now, supposedly, right?
We're going back to the roots. I mean, that's where Third Strike started with video recording and all these type of things. So,
what happened to yours?
I remember
Okay.
personally. I remember the first time I saw your match on one of the Family Fun Arcade videos, like way back then, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this Necro player?" And then I find out that you came over here, and I was like, "Wow." So going back to the roots of the Family Fun Arcade days and just playing with the West Coast players, even though you don't like them anymore.
That doesn't mean that. I didn't say. I
It's
don't,
just
what are you talking
anyways.
about? I like some of the West Coast players. I dislike others.
Some all the bullshit aside, that was definitely my second choice, but I kind of figured you would want to have a taste of home, so. But
No, but really, I mean, come on. Fight
Yeah.
Club has to come to California.
I mean, Fight Club has to go to, yeah, it definitely does, because, the quality of their strike over there. I mean, plus it's definitely an actual option that the players from New York can actually take.
Mhm.
They can actually afford a trip to California.
We should do it like the AND one. Get a tour bus.
Yeah, right.
Play Third
That's
Strike.
always like the main dream of every Third Strike player,
Right.
to get like a tour bus and like just tour
Have
around
the cab in the tour bus,
Yeah.
and then go to different cities and bring Third Strike.
Yeah.
To the dark corners of America.
That's always the dream. To win the lottery, get a tour bus, and then do that.
But when you think about it, Lloyd, you know how big a California Fight Club would be?
It would bring back everybody.
Everyone would come
Personally,
out.
if we were to bring Fight Club to the West Coast, I just get that inkling feeling that it'll bring out Frankie 3S, like a rare Frankie 3S, like from wherever the hell he is, from under that rock he's living under.
What best way to reopen Super Arcade than to have Fight Club on one of the weekends, right?
Yeah.
And Watson, mad props to you, Watson. We really appreciate everything you've tried to do in terms of keeping the arcade scene alive. It's funny because Watson, speaking of love-hate relationship, it was never really clear whether Watson liked Third Strike.
Yeah.
But one thing was clear: he wasn't bad at it. He was really solid in it, and interestingly enough, he really liked playing Third Strike. I don't know if it's because he liked the game or he just wanted to beat the people, the 3S regulars,
people.
right? But I think, I mean, just the sheer size of a 3S Fight Club at Super Arcade at California, I mean, it would be the biggest Fight Club yet.
And not only that, but having the prospect of having
It would be like Sunroof Cup again, and we would have to get a Japanese player to come out again.
yeah, having like Team East Coast versus Team West Coast.
Oh my God! All the different types of matches we could have on the fight card.
we would probably have to dedicate one day to Fight Club itself.
It would be like It would be like the super card. I mean, it would just be.
Exactly, like a WrestleMania like type of event, you know.
It's
And-
funny because your answer was UK, right? So it's kind of like, your answer was kind of thinking about, okay, what do we need to do to like, what do we need to do to keep Third Strike alive? Cater to the new players, the new generation, kind of passing down the torch. And then my idea is kind of like a, let's have like a
Relive the
reunion.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you think about it, because 37 Reloaded, like that was supposed to be their reunion,
Mhm.
but it was hardly a reunion.
Yeah.
There was no Pyro, there was no 5-star. It was just basically a NorCal tournament, and we all wish we were there, but there was no arcade Third Strike there.
Mhm.
So if we were to bring everybody to the West Coast, I mean, first of all, it's California. I'm pretty sure the guys from New York, if they've never been there, they would want to go.
Yeah, ask Helgen.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't want to leave.
He definitely did. He wanted to move there,
Mhm.
like while being over there. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. But that's definitely something that we can definitely do. I mean, just to,
Well, Who's
just,
not to say that we can't do both? I don't know.
I mean, there's that too. I mean, a trip to California is, these days it's not that hard.
Mhm.
And but a trip to the UK is kind of different. But anyways, just the sheer fact that of how how much publicity the match between me, Pyro, and me and 5-star got. I mean,
At the boiler room.
yeah, I mean that's just on a regular camera, on a standing up head to head cabinet, where it was kind of ghetto, but we love you guys. Thinking about the prospect of having our players versus their players, like that's you can't replace that with any type of hype moment.
And we could add some stakes into it. I mean, it's just.
Everything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it'd be off the hook.
But yeah, so if you guys, if you guys have any suggestions as to where we should take Fight Club, please let us know. I mean, we have
Yeah,
we have-
tweet it, tweet us.
Twitter,
Yeah.
Facebook. Message us on
Mhm.
Facebook
Mhm.
and message DM us on Twitter. So
Mhm.
if you're not already following us, please follow us on social media, Facebook, Facebook and Twitter at
Mhm.
Third Strike.
And also
And-
follow us on our individual Twitters. I'm kind of a newbie at Twitter. Lloyd's been showing me the ropes, so to speak, but I'm trying to increase my presence there. But I guess that's all the time we have for tonight, Lloyd.
Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed everything that we've talked about, please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I mean, you guys can feel free to comment, subscribe, do whatever. Let us know your suggestions and let us know how you feel about all this on youtube.com/SF3LP. And again, follow us on This Is Third Strike on Facebook and Twitter. So
And remember, guys, NEC 16 this weekend.
3
Okay,
more
remember
days.
Friday, 5 p.m., New Blood Battle Royal and the team tournament. Saturday is singles and the fight card, and then Sunday will be top 8. It's going to be really amazing. And so, once again, thanks for joining us on this all-new, all-different House of Strikes. Hopefully you enjoyed the new format. We're probably going to be using this format moving forward. And, we're going to come out with a, relatively regular schedule in the near future. But I guess that's it. So,
so we
you wanted
want
to say anything?
Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us, and like I said, we'll see you guys this weekend at NEC. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. I'll see you guys later.
all right, catch you guys later.